ICM Controls has been making printed circuit boards for more than 35 years. Simply put, it's in our DNA. It's who we are. As a leading electronic controls manufacturer, we continue to reinvest in ourselves, taking pride in our 84,000 square foot vertically integrated manufacturing facility that allows us to produce and ship millions of products annually that are of the highest quality and are globally price competitive. One of the biggest advantages our company has is our state-of-the-art board shop, which, next to our employees, is the heart and soul of the company. ICM can handle several different board types and sizes, with our sweet spot being centered around single and double layered FR4 rigid boards.
ICM has hundreds of customers and more than 2,000 active part numbers. Translation, we consume pallets of printed circuit board panels each and every day. It's a journey that all begins in the drill room.
Our primary drill has 6 heads, and the panels can be stacked 4 high, processing 24 panels in a matter of minutes. Once drilled, they undergo a shadow process before moving on to our vertical continuous plater.
Over the past several years, we've leveraged technology where and when it makes sense, including adding a lot of automation, including auto feeders and robot arms. This is a move that helps us save on labor costs while improving our first pass yields to over 99.7%.
When the panels are finished with plating, they're cleaned and then it's on to imaging. Each panel is wrapped in a film, exposed and developed, revealing the first trace of the circuit. From here, the panels travel along a conveyor system through multiple stations, including a precision etcher that strips the board of its excess copper. Finally, the remaining film is stripped off and the actual copper circuit is revealed.
Once the panels come off the conveyor system, each panel is optically inspected to make sure that all the traces are good and that the holes are drilled to their proper tolerances.
Next, the solder mask is applied and legends are printed onto the board. ICM uses a silkscreen process to handle this. The boards then go back to the drill room to be routed and scored before they are cleaned one final time and given a protective OSP clear coat finish. You now have a completed panel comprised of multiple beer circuit boards that are ready to be populated with components.
ICM produces more than 20,000 circuits each and every day. But before moving over to our auto assembly area, there are a few other points of note. ICM is very aware of its environmental footprint, and to that end, we're very, very proud to be the perennial recipient of several environmental awards for Onondaga County in New York State.
A primary example to further illustrate this point can be found in our board shop, which uses 25,000 gallons of water per day, of which more than 24,000 gallons is recycled. Additionally, all of ICM's PC boards are RoHS compliant. Even our building itself was constructed with many energy-efficient features that are specifically designed to minimize our carbon footprint.
So you've seen how we've taken a panel and transformed it into a printed circuit board. Now it's time to move into our auto assembly area and watch as we actually populate that board with the components that'll transform it into an actual product.
Our auto assembly area consists of multiple lines of mixed technologies, where millions of surface mount and through-hole components are used each year. As each board begins its journey down the assembly line, it first receives a unique laser-engraved identifier for tracking purposes.
ICM utilizes several different pieces of equipment to place a variety of components onto the boards. Now, customers can insist on using their own specific bill of materials, or they can leverage our design engineering team and our extensive component library in an effort to help save them additional monies.
ICM's assembly area, like its board shop, takes advantage of automation wherever it can, from placing components to the auto staking machine to its cable maker and more. Automation is king at ICM. Once all the components have been placed, it's time to send the board over one of our 3 wave soldering machines. In keeping with our environmental responsibilities, ICM offers customers the option of using lead-free solder. Once the board is complete, a conformal coating is added, if required, to help combat the risk of condensation or other elements that could be harmful to the circuit.
So the board is made, it's full of components. Now what?
As mentioned, ICM prides itself on being vertically integrated. In addition to printed circuit board and assembly services, our company also manufactures private label, turnkey box products. We have injection molding capabilities and 20-plus assembly lines where we kit together the parts with their product packaging and instructions and ship them off to our OEM customers all over the world. At ICM, it's all about making it in America. It's in our DNA. It's who we are.